Hello again, everyone. I'm Dr. Stephen Liu, Federal President of the ADA, and in this month's video message, I'd like to touch on a few key issues at the forefront of the work of your professional association. Up first is the news that the Australian Senate has launched an extensive inquiry into the provision of dental services in Australia. It's a great opportunity to have your voice heard as an individual dental practitioner who can provide unique insight into the pluses and minuses of the current system. Whether you make the submission detailing your experiences as a practicing dentist or describe a patient case study, you will add valuable input to the collective voice of the ADA. We'll be contributing an overall submission on behalf of the profession and, along with the CEO and Deputy CEO, I briefed the Senate committee at their request in the lead up to our presentation at formal hearings. You'll find the link to make a submission in a latest news story dated 26th of April on our website ada.org.au. Now to another issue that I know impacts us daily, the dental assistant shortage. The ADA is very much aware that members have experienced considerable difficulty in finding dental assistants in the post-pandemic environment. Therefore, we've been working through an escalating series of strategies over the last year, including advocating for the inclusion of dental assistants on the skilled migration list and participating in the National Skills Commission's Skills Priority List labour market surveys. In tandem with this, we've also been promoting the Australian Apprenticeships Incentive System. While we know the impact of the shortage has lessened slightly, you tell us that the problem is persisting, and so, with this in mind, Federal Council has approved a new tranche of initiatives, including a project officer dedicated to addressing the issue. We'll keep you informed as we progress. Finally, onto the issue of payroll tax. Members will be aware that concerning outcomes of recent court cases imply that there is a risk that state revenue authorities may consider service facility agreements to be a relevant contract for payroll tax purposes. If this is implemented, then the net payments that the clinic operator distributes to the dentist working under an SFA may be treated as taxable wages and subject to payroll tax. The ADA is concerned that this places practices at a considerable financial risk, which may make the provision of services to patients in a private practice more difficult, particularly if the payroll tax liability is backdated. Therefore, we have taken decisive steps. After a recent meeting with all branch presidents, the vast majority of all states and territories agreed that the federal ADA body take the lead on the issue, given state revenue officers work in harmony with similar rules. I'm pleased to report that after liaising with SROs, we have had a positive reply from Tasmania, which states that it is not drafting any rules that would affect dental practices, and should it consider doing so, the ADA will be consulted in the process. This sets a reassuring precedent, and we will report as we receive replies from other jurisdictions. I'd like to note how enjoyable it has been to work with our branch presidents during this term, who have shown great camaraderie and leadership by working as a united federation. Finally, every initiative we undertake or participate in, such as those mentioned today, are only possible due to your support as our members. Hearing from you about the most pressing issues you're encountering means we can act to make a difference. Your membership gives us strength, both in numbers and in our ability to provide world-class services by our talented teams at the branch and federal levels. The ADA has always enjoyed an enviably high membership. However, I cannot emphasize enough that what adds weight to our messaging is the fact that when we advocate to change makers, we are doing so on behalf of the vast majority of dentists in Australia. Your membership matters, and with your ongoing support, we'll continue the great work of the ADA Federation. Until next time, best wishes.